The world is getting loud. Can you hear it? The collective panic disguised as celebration. The desperate rush to find a party, to find a date, to find a crowd, just to avoid the terrifying silence of being alone when the clock strikes 12. Society tells you that if you are alone on New Year's Eve, you have failed. It whispers that you are unwanted, discarded, left behind. But I want you to pause and look at this from a different altitude. Look at the history of power. Look at the nature of royalty. The masses always herd together for warmth and safety. Sheep cannot survive without the flock. But the lioness, the queen, she is most comfortable when the room is empty because she does not need a witness to validate her existence. Tonight, we are going to reframe your reality. If you are spending this New Year's Eve alone, do not dare to feel pity for yourself. Do not scroll through social media envying the fake smiles and the staged kisses. Instead, realize where you are standing. You are in the VIP section of life. You have been granted the ultimate luxury, the luxury of solitude. Let us be honest about what is happening out there tonight. Millions of people are surrounding themselves with strangers they do not like, drinking cheap champagne they do not enjoy, pretending to have fun because they are terrified of their own thoughts. They are numbing themselves with noise, because if the music stops, they might have to face the emptiness inside. You have been spared from that performance. You have been given a gift, the gift of silence. And in the philosophy of Stoicism, silence is not an absence of sound. It is an abundance of clarity. Seneca once said, "You are unfortunate because you have never suffered adversity. You have passed through life without an opponent. No one can know what you are capable of, not even you." Apply this to solitude. If you cannot sit in a room by yourself without feeling anxious, then you are not free. You are a slave to external validation. You are addicted to the gaze of others. But tonight, you break that addiction. Tonight is your rehabilitation. I want you to visualize something. Imagine a frantic, crowded nightclub. Sweaty bodies, deafening noise, spilled drinks. Now, imagine a private library in an old castle. A fire is burning in the fireplace. There is a glass of vintage wine on the table. The air smells of old paper and wood. It is completely silent. Which one is the higher status? Which one implies power? You see, loneliness is the poverty of the self. It is the feeling that you are missing something. But solitude is the richness of the self. It is the feeling that you are whole, that you are enough, that your own company is so high quality that inviting someone else in would actually lower the standard. So, how do you execute this night with the dignity of a MARGO STEEL woman? First, you must kill the good girl who wants to be liked. Stop checking your phone. Stop waiting for that Happy New Year text from a man who didn't invest in you all year. His text is not a prize. It is a breadcrumb. And queens do not eat off the floor. Eleanor Roosevelt once said words that should become your internal incantation. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Read that again in your mind. Without your consent. Tonight, you withdraw that consent. You stop giving permission to the world to determine your worth. Turn off the phone. Disconnect from the matrix. The photos you see on Instagram tonight are lies. They are curated moments of desperation, people trying to prove they are happy. Happiness does not need to be proven. It just is. When you disconnect, you reclaim your sovereignty. Next, treat this night as a sacred ritual. Do not wear your old pajamas with holes in them. Do not eat leftovers out of a plastic container. That is the behavior of a victim. You are the guest of honor at the most exclusive party in the world. The party of one. Wear silk. Wear something that feels expensive against your skin. Not for him, not for Instagram, but for you. Pour the best drink you can afford into crystal, not glass. Set the table. Light the candle. The way you treat yourself when no one is watching is the only true measure of your self-worth. This night is not about wishing for a better year. Wishes are for children. Strategy is for women. Use this silence to conduct a board meeting with the CEO of your life. That is you. Look at the year that has passed, not with emotion, but with cold analysis. What did you tolerate this year that you should have rejected? Who did you give access to your energy? Who used it as a trash can? Where did you betray yourself to keep the peace? Do not judge yourself. Just observe. Stoicism is about seeing reality naked, without the clothes of emotion. Acknowledge your pain. Yes. It might hurt to be alone. It might sting to remember the betrayal, the loss, the disappointment. But do not run from the pain. Sit with it. Invite it to the table, pour it a drink, ask it. What are you trying to teach me? Pain is just information. It tells you where your boundaries were crossed. It tells you what matters to you. When you stop running from the pain, it loses its power over you. You become anti-fragile. Tonight is the funeral of your past self. The woman who begged for attention. The woman who explained herself to people who didn't listen. The woman who waited. Bury her tonight, respectfully. She did the best she could. She survived so you could be here. But she cannot come with you into 2026. The woman entering the new year is different. She is comfortable in the silence. She does not need noise to feel alive. She knows that her value does not fluctuate based on a man's opinion or a relationship status. She is like the mountain. The weather changes. The storms come and go. The snow falls. But the mountain remains unmoved. This is the state of autarkia, self-sufficiency. It means that you carry your happiness within you, like a portable fortress. If someone enters your life, they are a guest in your fortress, not the foundation of it. If they leave, the fortress does not collapse. It stands because you built it. So, as the clock approaches midnight, do not feel sad. Feel powerful. While others are drunk on cheap illusions, you are sober on the truth. While others are kissing strangers to avoid feeling awkward, you are embracing your own soul. Raise your glass to the woman in the mirror. She is the only person who has been with you since your first breath, and she is the only one who will be there until your last. She is your longest relationship. She is your primary partner. Treat her with the respect she deserves. You are not alone. You are sovereign. You are not empty. You are open. You are not left over. You are set apart. The luxury of solitude is not available to everyone. It is a price too high for the weak. They cannot afford the silence. but you can. You have paid the price. Now, enjoy the reward. Happy New Year! To the most important person in your universe, you.